should sleep through this.
She got lots of hair.
She has lots of hair. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some molding putty. It's very similar to if you went to the dentist and they took a mold of your tooth. It's exactly that same stuff. The only difference is that we don't take it out. They would take it out. We're just going to leave it in, and we're going to hold it in with a little bit of super glue.
Is it really super glue?
Sterile super glue.
It's skin glue, yeah, kind of like super glue.
So when it comes out, it doesn't hurt.
I won't give her some adhesive in it. Yeah, it would if you didn't use the adhesive, remember. It doesn't really stick as much as like if you tried to glue your fingers together. That would work much better. I've done it. I've glued myself to kids before. So, and then we just put a little bit in there to shape the ear how we want it to be. And then we'll put it like a dressing over it. And leave it on for just a little bit. When the ears are this little, it doesn't take a lot.
She's a squeaker.
Yes, she is.
And that's just her. That has nothing to do with her fluff either.
Are you recording this?
So that Grant can see it.
Of course.
They can see, and Ashley. I was just going to say that. Grant and Ashley.
Mommy was so tired she had to go rest.
So we just stick it in there. We mold the ear into a shape we think is more appropriate than the cupped over. On this side.
Of course, you know what's going through my mind? She needs to put her initials someplace. So someday inside that ear, there's the initials of the person who sculpted her ear.
Oh, there you go. The artiste.
Yeah, the artiste, because that's what it is. It's art. It's an
Yeah, and
artist.
you know, and I'm not a very artistic person, but this, my ears turned out pretty good if I do say so myself.
As you are, you should.
I
It's
really
just something I
like,
just never knew of before.
I just really like doing it. Now, if you look here, she has a little bit of a fullness here, and that she will probably always have, because that is something that we probably will not be able to. We don't want to make her ears over large, but she will, you know, most likely grow into it, and if not, eventually they could probably size that. But this is something that we'll probably have.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that looked in that much better.
Oh, yeah.
So we've not cupped over anymore.
I think that is just so cool.
If she pukes, you just have to wipe it off. Yeah, she's going to have an inclusive dressing over it. So that's what I needed to hear. Yes. I've never done this before.
Well, you haven't.
No, I've never molded ears.
Oh, really? We've come over and done it before.
Well, you know.
But
You
you
just
know,
haven't been fortunate enough to
I
see
sometimes
us.
miss out on all the fun.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And it's been a while, I think, since we've been over here to mold the ear.
I was last year I molded in this unit was one of our cleft babies that we happened to do.
Now, on bath night, when they give her a bath, are they going to have to keep this dry?
Right.
Yes.
Just bathe
I just
around.
don't know what to tell them.
Yes.
I might be the only one that has not done ears, but
I
wanna
don't know
be
about that.
prepared. I want to be prepared.
I asked the same question. I said, what
Okay.
about when they bake? Wash your hair.
You just want to keep it as dry as you can. Sure, would you please?
You're doing great, Emma. Will that hurt her hair when you go to pull that off?
No, what's going to happen is it's going to curl up around where the hair is. Like it's not sticking there now, and it's eventually just going to curl up. And I gave you some scissors to use, and when she's asleep, the parents can go and trim the plastic back so it's not catching on things.
There you go. Okay.
Because you don't want, and you know, if you stick her hat back on her, she'll be fine too. I trimmed them, and they're still about half again as long as they need to be.
Yeah. Because she's
They're
so
tiny.
Wow, that's amazing that will make that work in no
Yeah, and the beauty of this is the earlier we get to molding the children, the quicker the results happen. So, you know, it could be that after, you know, the family takes this off. So next week or whenever she comes to see Dr. Wu, like in discharge, the night before they come, they'll just need to take this off. If they get it good and wet with like a washcloth and good and wet, the majority of it's going to come off. But I will also send home some adhesive remover, and then they can use that to take the rest of it off.
Will the little blue part come out too?
With the adhesive remover,
Oh, okay.
I mean, oftentimes when it's good and wet, it just with them moving around, it loosens up. So, but you know, newborns don't move a whole lot, so we don't ever have trouble with it coming out early.
Okay.
So we just got it stuck down here really good. It's probably overkill, the amount of tape I put on it.
So when you said to trim, would it be this right here?
Yeah, if
big
it
trim?
starts to catch on things,
Gotcha.
they can trim it off.
Okay.
And you don't want it to, we don't want you to take all the steri strips off.
Sure.
I mean, I'll send home some to reinforce
In
with.
case it started
So,
to-
you know, you can, if it comes loose, you can put more steri strips over it. But once you take the clear dressing off, the mold will likely come out.
Okay.
So we don't want you to take anything off. So just trim it off if they need be. They may not even need to do that. Newborns, it's not usually a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so flip her over.
All right. Good job, Emma.